push us down, but we rise again. From the ashes, from the hunger, from the shame we're in, we the people, storm-torn steeple, cracked stained glass, but the light shines equal. We are not the chains that keep you in. We the people. Yeah, we the people.
Oh, it's good to be back, with our podcast, We the People, streaming live out of the America First Warehouse. As we've got so much going on and so much to talk about, and we've got plenty of assets, and we're going to show you everything that's happening around the world, and all the things and all the challenges that we're facing. First I want to say that, number one, welcome everybody to the show that's watching from, whether you're coming from Facebook or Instagram, Rumble or YouTube. And if you downloaded our own app at the America First Media and Television, you can watch us there too. And again, what I want you guys to do out there, on my own personal Facebook, because I know we get thousands and thousands of people on Facebook watching us, is if you've got questions, please make sure that you put it into the comment section, and I will do my best to get to you, to get back to you after the show's over, to answer anything that you might be curious about, or you just, if I can answer you, I will. So, we've got so much going on right now in this country, and listen, I'm not going to candy coat this thing that the country, is sick. The country is not healthy. We have major issues going on. The good news is we have a president that is in our corner. We have a president ready to fight for us. We have a president that's not going to back down. We have a president that recognizes and stands with the people, not the establishment. So many people in this country are so lost, and they truly will never be found until Donald Trump is out of that White House. It's really sad that they cannot enjoy some of the greatest moments that we are living right now. This is some of the greatest moments that we will ever see in our time. I am so grateful and so proud to be able to live through this. But there are so many people so blinded with such hate and such lack of knowledge because they have not taken their own time to research or study to see what's happening and what's going on. They still want to blame Donald Trump and yell at him and all, garbage in and garbage out. And, Donald Trump's a pedo. Donald Trump sleeps with children. It just doesn't stop. The stupidity just doesn't stop. And it's not my job or your job to fix them. They have got to find themselves. If they can't find themselves and they're not willing to dig deep enough and search, in places, and if you're not going to go and willing not to go down to the depths of hell to bring your soul back into your being, then you're just going to live in this matrix of just a lost soul. Because up until this point, your leadership has been lying to you. Chuck Schumer's, Hakeem Jeffries, these types of leaderships, Letitia James, but you see them now and they're scattering. These types of names that I just mentioned to you, they're scattering all over the place and they don't know what to do. Because the ones that are winning the primaries are not the ones that they are in line with. They don't align with socialism. These are Democrats and saying, holy shit, what the hell's going on here? We don't know what to do. Whether it's in New York, Michigan, Ohio, Minneapolis, Colorado, California, This is a very, very dangerous time right now for the United States of America, as we are stricken with a movement that does not have the best interest of the United States of America, but has lied to our children and lied to the constituents who are following them that is the path to lead. When you see Zohran Mamdani speak with that phony grin, he's got a grin, man, that would scare the devil. But he's got everybody mesmerized, bamboozled. I call him the baby Barack Obama. I call him a man-child. He is, as far as I'm concerned, the number one threat to the United States of America. He is now also what you call the poster child for socialism. This is not democratic, and the truth is it's not socialism. This is a communist party that has infiltrated the United States of America. They're winning in Queens. They're winning in Brooklyn. They're winning in the Bronx. They have taken Manhattan. And there is not more of them than there are of us. Just them are showing up to the voting, and us have more interest having our feet up on the couch on a Sunday watching a football game. And I want to be watching that football game too, but knowing that my country is not under siege. As you can see, whether you're following me on TikTok or Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, X, my message is very clear. And I keep focusing on the women that are in this country, because you are the ones that I am most concerned about, is that this ideology views you as cattle. They view you as things. They say it's okay to beat, hurt, torture, punch, do whatever you can do, and as long as they get their way, you must listen and you must be obedient, and if you are not, it's okay to put you in your place. You see, here in the United States of America, we put our women on pedestals, and we remind our moms and our wives and our children and our daughters that you are enough. They don't understand what that means, because they don't look at you as human beings. They look at you as things, property, what they push around, what they own. If you don't believe me, do your own research. If you want to look into a mirror of what the United States of America is going to look like in the next 5 or 10 years, just take a look at the United Kingdom. Thank God they're fighting back. To all my brothers and sisters in the UK that are watching right now, I'm sending so much love to you and your families, and I am so proud of what you guys are doing over there. To my brothers and sisters in Belfast and Ireland, watching you fight back, fight and fight and fight. Don't think we don't see you. Scotland, over there in Africa, Nigeria. I have a lot of followers from Nigeria. I see what our Christian brothers and our Christian sisters are doing over there, doing everything they can to survive the very next day. This is not a religion, my friends. They will call it a religion because they're trying to bamboozle and sneak their way through our Constitution of the United States of America. Make no mistake, this is not a religion. This is an ideology. This is a cult. This is one of the most nastiest, gruesome type of individual. And if you're part of the Islamic regime, and this is not a war against Muslims, this is a war against Islamic terrorists that are not only invading the United States of America, they are invading the world. With that said, we've got a lot to talk about tonight. We're going to be talking about socialism in New York. We're going to be talking about socialism in Colorado, what's going on over there. We're going to talk about the bullshit about the birthright, what happened with the Supreme Court. We have rhinos in the Supreme Court. We're going to talk about how there's going to be no more boys or biological boys in the locker rooms with our biological daughters. States have the choice to choose. A win is a win. We're going to talk about the poster child who started this whole thing, this movement of socialism, Zohar Mamdani. He's a communist. Most dangerous threat to the United States of America. And then you will be seeing a clip from Donald Trump leaving a very clear message to the American people. Same message I'm leaving you. I've been waiting for this for a very, very long time. I know it's here. I know it's coming. It's not coming. It's already here. Mosques are opening up by the hundreds. The videos are coming out. They're getting brazen. We are here to stay. You think America, you're going to get rid of us? We're on every fucking corner of this country. We ain't going anywhere. We're taking it over. So I tell to the women, the moms, the daughters, aunts, grandmothers, the men are going to fight for you. But you're going to have to step up, because I know what happens when a woman is scorned, especially an American woman. American woman, stay away from me. Nobody is tougher than a woman from the United States of America, and there are millions of you. And I'm waiting for every one of you to say we had enough, and we are ready to fight and fight and fight alongside our men. But when we come back, we are streaming live out of the America First Warehouse. Drop the America First Media and Television app. And when we come back, I'm going to show you some clips of what's coming out of New York and Colorado and everywhere else. You're streaming live with the Midnight. Woo!
Most people think they have options when searching for the best deals when they travel. But here's the shocking truth. 100% of the major travel agencies are owned by just two entities, Expedia and Booking Holdings. They claim to offer the lowest rates, but due to the hotel rate parity agreement, they all have the same pricing, limiting genuine competition. When you book through these sites, you act as your own travel agent, but the profits are going to organizations that don't support our patriot values. We cannot allow that to continue. So, we decided to make travel great again by starting a US-based travel membership platform, mypatriottravel.com. We are patriots helping patriots. Together, we can disrupt the travel industry by not spending our hard-earned dollars supporting the radical left. For just $29.99 per month, you gain access to true wholesale rates on travel, saving you on average 35% and up to 65%. Book as often as you like, with no limits. Keep your hard-earned dollars in your pocket and spend them on things you need and want to support. Go to mypatriottravel.com/TAFW and grab your membership today. mypatriottravel.com/TAFW, making travel great again.
Are you a true American? Then it's time to get connected. Download the America First Media and Television app and stay up to date with real news, bold voices, and live events from the America First Warehouse. From national broadcasts and exclusive shows to comedy nights, concerts, and special events. It's all right at your fingertips. No filters, no spin, just America First. Download the America First Media and Television app today and be part of the movement.
I'm sure you guys remember the platinum single, Justice for All, with Donald Trump and the J6 Prison Choir. Well, get ready for round two. We're coming out with Anthem of the Free with High Res and the J6 Prison Choir. It's coming out now. It's pre-sale until December 19th when it drops. Get yours on all platforms, Google Play, Apple iTunes. Get it. It's going to be hot.
Justice for all, our voices ring. The anthem of the free.
It's me, Joe the Box, the America First Warehouse, most patriotic venue in all the land.
The America First Warehouse, a beacon for all to see, a symbol of unity. For the patriots of America, we stand tall and free. In the America First Warehouse, where our hearts will always be.
So we left off about, the real threats, what's happening, what's coming down the pipe. And, I really don't want to candy coat it anymore. And we laugh through a lot of things, especially when I'm on my Facebook lives, because I got a lot of patriots on there. And I don't want to, or maybe I do want to really start upsetting everybody because I know what's happening and I know what's coming. And what I'm not sure about is that are we prepared and are we ready to fight? So I want to first show you the sweep that just happened in the primaries. Now remember, these are just primaries. All the conservatives, all the Republicans, even the Democrats that are looking at this and saying, "Oh my God, what the hell is this? I'll vote for a turtle before I go socialism." So they're going to have the choice because for all intents and purposes, there is no Democratic Party anymore. There's no more. Democratic Party's finished. It's done. It's over. They've been bullied. They've been pushed out. Anybody that meant anything is gone. It's over. It's finished. Either they became socialists, which they have not, so they're not going to exist. So let's take a look at the three candidates that swept New York. Everybody that I'm showing you right now was endorsed by Zohran Mamdani.
Abolish ICE, free Palestine, organize your union.
Solidarity is the force that we need to vanquish Trump's fascism, to abolish ICE, and to stand up to the billionaires.
We have to use every tool in the toolbox to make sure that we abolish ICE.
It was not the end of a political movement. It was the beginning.
When I'm looking at that video, that clip, the second guy, first of all, he's Jewish. Shame on him. Shame on him. I gotta tell you, any Jew that stands next to Zohran Mamdani, knowing the monster that he is, and the anti-Semite that he is, and the anti-American that he is, absolutely should be charged with treason, and that guy should be put in prison because he does not give two shits about the United States of America. The two women, they're children. Those are children. I would send them to their room. I would ground them, and I would not let them leave their rooms, and I would not feed them. And they would not get. They would not. They'd be grounded now for the rest of the school year. You can't make this up. Everybody is just trying to make a name for themselves, and it's sad because many of them, and those three candidates, and they know what they're doing. And they know the part of the movement that they're in. And they know that it's part of taking down the establishment of the United States of America. They're selling their souls to the devil. Me? Oh, I get so many offers every day. Midnight, come to the other side. Midnight, we'll pay you. Midnight, come on. Midnight, we've got you. We'll take care. Let us employ you, Midnight. We need a voice like yours. Your voice resonates. My shit ain't for sale. My shit ain't for sale. Never has been, never will be. But the scary part is everyone says, "Oh, New York," because the short-term thinkers. New York, look what they done. Let them burn. Da da da. New York, they're stupid. They're dumb. They're retarded. Yada yada yada. They're just focused on Zohran Mamdani. But now just look what happened in Colorado. Do you understand? Does anybody understand that this movement is, you can emulate it to cancer in a person's body? It is moving so quickly and so fast that what happens when somebody gets cancer? It starts somewhere, right? Whether it starts in your chest or your leg or a finger or a brain. Start somewhere, and if you catch it early with the proper treatments, you can be healed. I don't know where we are right now on the level of cancer that is in this country and that is running rapidly through our children. They truly believe, the younger generation, or at least the ones that are showing up to vote truly believe that this is better off for them than the other way. Somebody's lying to them, and parents don't know where their kids are. They don't know where their sons are. They don't know where their daughters are. They don't realize they're getting indoctrinated. They don't realize who's manipulating. They don't realize who's talking to them. And this is running rampant like a wildfire. The only chemotherapy that I know that we have today is Donald J. Trump. Thank God that he is in the presidency and in the White House and the President of the United States of America. He's only going to be there not too much longer, another 2.5, 3 years. So what can he do to stop this? Or what can we do to help him? But what you just saw in New York is now running through Colorado. Let's take a look at asset number 2 of this evil, evil woman talking about, and she's a barista, by the way. If you want to go get a cup of coffee, she works at a coffee shop. She's going to be the next candidate for a politician. Let's look at asset number 2 of the woman that just won Colorado primary.
We organize and show no fear in standing up for what's right. That is the message that Denver has sent to both parties, to Donald Trump, and to the entire country. Nothing is set in stone. We won tonight, but this is about something so much bigger than this moment, than one moment. This is a movement.
I don't think they're prepared for the patriots of the United States of America. I really don't. I don't think they know that what this country has been through, what our forefathers have been through, what our fathers, our brothers, our uncles, millions of people that have given their lives for this country. I do believe when push comes to shove, it's gonna come to a head. And even with the comments that I'm getting all over my social media, midnight, I'm ready to go. Midnight, I'm ready to go. When are we going? Midnight, I'm ready to roll. Midnight, every other message I get, Mr. President, where and when? We're ready. So, but, you got to watch. Again, they are like cheering. They cheer it on. This is who won. The kids don't know. I think there's a third asset of them cheering, right? Let's play the asset 3, I think, of them cheering and celebrating. I think that's... Look at this. Yeah, you can stop playing it now. But I got to tell you, I mean, does it sound like, I mean, if I didn't know any better, it sounds like they're yelling, Islam, 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 Islam. All I saw was a bunch of idiots and children that have no idea what they're doing. No clue. The second this entity gets any power in this country, the first ones they're going to turn on is the very same people that put them into power. Those liberals, and they're liberals now because there's no more Democrats. Democrats, the true Democrats on the left, they're in their 60s, 70s, and 80s. They're almost completely gone. And the ones that are still have any kind of power left, they're being bullied out and being controlled and pushed out. Those kids have no idea that if guys like me, if we fail our mission and we lose, God help them all. That's what I say. God help them all. And they have no clue and no idea. And how could they? Because nobody's either parenting them. They must not have a mother or father. So they lean on people that whisper in their ears at night They lie. They promise them everything. Free this, free that, free busing, free rent, free food, frozen rents. We're going to give you, and we're going to give you, we're going to give you. And at the end of that rainbow, you've got nothing. Nothing. There's a reason why everybody's moving out of New York. There's a reason why everybody's leaving Chicago. There's a reason why Los Angeles is in trouble. Why would you want to live there? I don't even want to be there. And the only reason why I'm staying right now is to fight for my brothers and my sisters in New York City and the homeland and upstate and Buffalo and Syracuse and Rochester and Oneonta and everything else up there that I can think of. Albany, everywhere. Nassau County, Suffolk County. Hamptons, East, West, South, Montauk. It will be all finished, done, and over if we lose. Everybody from the conservative movement and the Republican Party who's ever watching this, if you don't start putting yourself to work right now and telling everybody that they better step up, it's either Republican or socialism. That is it. It's not Republican or Democrat. They are a bunch of fucking liars. There is no Democrat. They call it Democratic Socialist to make it sound better. It is communist. That's what it is. Zohran Mamdani is a communist, a commie. He's a wolf in sheep's clothing. He's here to take down America. He's here to take down your families. And every single one that is winning out there is going to destroy everything that you love about this country. After commercial break, we'll be right back. Midnight, I'm out. 1, 2, 3. Woo!
250 years ago, a nation was born. Built on courage, driven by freedom, defined by patriots who stood their ground. Today, we don't just remember that legacy, we wear it. This is more than a shirt. It's a symbol of strength, freedom, and pride. I'm Steve Stern, COO of theflagshirt.com, and I invite you to celebrate 250 years of the United States with us. Wear your pride, stand for something, get your shirts today.
Politics feeling broken? What if you could match with politicians the way you match on a dating app, but based on real values? Meet OpScore from GoUSA, the first ever values-based political matchmaker. Think Match.com for elections that aligns voters with politicians. We score politicians on a nonpartisan scale based on your priorities. Track your politician scores and take our OpScore Challenge survey to match with leaders who align with you at opscore.org. Stop voting blind. Start matching smart. Politicians work for you.
Are you a true American? Then it's time to get connected. Download the America First Media and Television app and stay up to date with real news, bold voices, and live events from the America First Warehouse. From national broadcasts and exclusive shows to comedy nights, concerts, and special events. It's all right at your fingertips. No filters, no spin, just America First. Download the America First Media and Television app today and be part of the movement.
Corporate transfer, fine professional, moving and storage, and inventory management.
If the vote count is accurate, then how come the number of voters is different? And if it's not accurate, then why was it certified? We are suing Letitia James and the New York State Board of Elections for a conspiracy against fundamental rights. This is not about who won, it's not about what party, it's about the fact that they don't care about your rights.
It's me, Joe the Box, and I'm John the Blanket with the America First Podcast.
That's what I'm talking about. The Fred Rubino Podcast coming to you from the America First Warehouse.
Welcome, everybody, to the James Justice Show, tearing these airwaves apart with all the craziness that goes on in the world.
Welcome to the Patriots Podcast. Good evening, everyone.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the On the Right Side podcast here at the America First Warehouse in Long Island, New York.
Shane Jenkins here with another episode of Liberty's Cage.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to our podcast, Red, Right, and True.
We are streaming live on America First Media and Television app.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Kevin Downey Jr. Podcast. Be free, stay free.
The America First Warehouse, where our hearts will always be.
Hey, welcome back with We the People podcast. Our aspirations, obviously, is to become one of the largest conservative platforms here on, on social media and, on our podcast out of streaming live out of the America First Warehouse as we're building our portfolio here. If you have not downloaded our app at the America First Media and Television, please make sure to do that. And obviously, we're streaming on, we're on YouTube right now. We're on Rumble. We're on Instagram. We're on my own Facebook. We're all over social media right now. So, streaming live with We the People, with the Midnight. I take a personal interest, not only because this is my own platform, because I have the ability to speak freely here. For the most part, we have the ability to speak freely here. We can't get suspended. We can't get banned. We can't get blocked. We can't get penalized for speaking the truth. Now, you might not like everything I have to say, but everything I have to say is as truthful as it's going to get from the way that I personally see it. Sometimes I don't get it right. Sometimes I get it wrong. And if I see that I got it wrong, and you show me that I'm wrong, one thing about the Republican Party, the conservative movement, is we have no problem taking responsibility for our own shit. Unlike the Democrats, they like to point fingers and blame everybody else. It's everybody else's fault but mine. It's amazing. Everything else, everybody else's fault but mine. So, the Supreme Court has been all over the news in the last 48 to the last 48, 72 hours, whatever it is. We're winning some, we're losing some. We won, I think, to me, well, the one we won was a big one, the one we lost was a big one. But I think the one that we lost was a much bigger one than the one that we won. Even though I'm a large, huge voice for, no biological boys in the locker rooms with our biological daughters, and no biological men in bathrooms with our biological girls. And when it comes to sports, when my daughter's on the playing field, I absolutely demand that there's no biological boys having the opportunity to smash a volleyball in the face of my biological daughter. So one of the things, the next asset I'm going to show you is, I want to go, before we get into the trans thing, I want to go into the birthright. And the Supreme Court really got this wrong. Obviously there's rhinos in the Supreme Court siding with the liberal movement. So when you make a decision, and the decision says that there are illegal immigrants that have come into the country that we are going to deport, but now they had children here. My question for all of you, and I want all of you to answer this, because maybe I'm so far-fetched, and maybe I'm wrong, because I'm not that well-versed on what this is, outside the fact that I know that if you are an illegal immigrant, by the definition here in the United States of America, if you're here illegally, well, you are by definition a criminal. Now, I didn't make the rules. I didn't make the laws. Somewhere along the way, both of us voted on this, and the laws became that you are a criminal and you must go back to your country. We want you to self-deport yourself, but if you don't and you get caught, well, that's much worse for you, because then the probability of ever being able to come back here again most likely will never happen. So, are you saying that if you are an illegal immigrant and you have a child here, the child is now a U.S. citizen, the child will get to stay here because we can't deport a citizen, but we're going to deport the mom and dad the hell out of the country and separate the families? That's what it's saying to me. So, especially the people that are watching me on Facebook, I want you to put the answer or the concerns or the questions in the comments. Comment on it, and I'll answer you later, because I'm going to do the research on this. But I am in no way in hell favored of separating families. As a dad of a beautiful 19-year-old daughter and a 17-year-old son, they belong with their mom and they belong with their dad. So what are we saying? Because we're still deporting the parents out of here. You taking your child with you or not? Because if you choose not to take your child because the child now goes into protective custody, that sounds like a hell of a trafficking fucking system to me. Are we going to start trafficking children now because the moms and dads are getting deported and the children are going to stay? This is nuts. Take a look at the asset of the birthright, Supreme Court birthright.
And it's a big one. It has to do with birthright citizenship. It was an executive order that President Trump, on day one of his second term in January 2025, signed the executive order. It was immediately challenged, and now we can tell you that the U.S. Supreme Court has ruled against President Trump's order to limit birthright citizenship.
Anybody who has read even 30 seconds of American history understands the Reconstruction Amendments after the Civil War were to ensure that the children of slaves would be franchised in the United States. The author of the 14th Amendment was clear in saying it did not apply to aliens.
We in this country were protecting the black community, slaves of this country, so they get to stay. Not anybody who wants to come into this country at any given time, have a child here, and now you're a citizen? We got 8 billion people living on this planet. You know, someone, a follower of mine, I don't know if it was on Instagram, or it was on Facebook, or TikTok, said, Midnight, I got a question for you. If a Chinese man over in China wanted his child to be the citizen of the United States of America, can he send his sperm on ice to a woman here in this country, pay her, pregnate her, have the baby, is now a citizen, and then just send it back to China, but you're going to live in China and back and forth? I mean, this is just freaking nuts. I thought it was just like, this is nuts. This is insane. Anyway, I got to tell you, that conversation is not over. It has to be had. I don't know how to remove a Supreme Court judge. If I did, I would remove Comey, Amy, whatever her name is, Coney. I'd get rid. Get out of here. You're fired. Get the hell out. That's what I would tell if I was Donald Trump, if I could do it. She's a rhino. And she's appointed by Trump to find out that who recommended her was the ex-vice president. The ex-vice president that went with Trump the first time. I don't know how to say his name. He's disgusting. He's the one, Pence. He's the one that recommended this rhino. So you can see that it was, even back then, they were doing everything they can to stop this president. But thank God he's our president. Thank God Donald Trump is there. I said it once, and I'll say it again. The only person that is standing in between us and them is our president, Donald J. Trump. If Joe Biden was the president of the United States of America, or Kamala Harris, and Tim Walz would have been the vice president, $19 billion out of Minnesota, over to Somalia, into the hands of Al-Qaeda, screaming death to America with our own taxpayers' dollars, and the man is still not indicted. Mr. President, what are we waiting for? The mayor of Minnesota calling out the Somali community. That's my family. Not the taxpayers' dollars. Not the American taxpayers' dollars. That's not my family. The Somali community is my family. Is he on the take? Did he collect some money? Somebody look into the books of Jacob Fry. How do we let mayors of large cities like this still exist? Tim Walz is gone. Attorney General Ellison. What the hell's going on there? He's not indicted. He's out of Minnesota. And what about Gavin Newsom out of California? We know he's ripping off the state blind. We know it. A little bit of investigation, and you'll see what he does. Let's not wait on this. Let's get rid of them now. We only have one shot at this. If we don't do this while Donald Trump is the president, this country is finished. It is done. It is over. We've got to clean the deep state. We've got to remove the rhinos. We've got to align up with whatever Democrats are left that have a half a brain in their head saying, we do not align with socialism. I don't like Donald Trump, but that's a better choice than Zohran Mamdani and all these other socialists that are anti-American. They praise 9/11. They praise September 11th. They praise death to America, down to America, change America. Islamic regime wants Sharia law in every single household. They want to cover your face. They want to torture, beat, maim, control our women, our children. Grown-ass adults in Iran, 50, 60, 70 years old, marrying 6, 7, 8, 9, 10-year-old children. What are we even talking about here? We the people, I promise you, are coming down the pipe. It is not if, it is when. That's all I can tell you about that. We just about had enough. When we come to commercial break, I want to show you the puppeteer of the Socialist Party. We'll be back with the midnight. 1, 2, 3. Woo!
Me, Joe the Box, the America First Warehouse, most patriotic venue in all the land.
The America First Warehouse, a beacon for all to see. A symbol of unity. For the patriots of America, we stand tall and free. In the America First Warehouse, where our cross will always be.
The America First Ultra MAGA Store. For all your MAGA needs. We sell t-shirts, tumblers, flags, hats, sneakers, bumper stickers, and a whole lot more. The most patriotic America First retail store. The America First Ultra MAGA Store.
Are you a true American? Then it's time to get connected. Download the America First Media and Television app and stay up to date with real news, bold voices, and live events from the America First Warehouse. From national broadcasts and exclusive shows to comedy nights, concerts, and special events. It's all right at your fingertips. No filters, no spin, just America First. Download the America First Media and Television app today and be part of the movement.
Corporate transfer. Fine professional, moving and storage, and inventory management.
America First Warehouse was really the most patriotic venue that you can ever imagine. We wanted to build something for people to be able to come to and feel so comfortable and so relaxed, because there is nothing out there like it. We give an opportunity for people to really feel good about themselves and about this great country.
You know, this is not fear-mongering. This is not to scare anybody. This is not, we are here on our own accord. We don't get paid from anybody. Nobody's doing the work for us. We're not showing up because I'm on somebody's payroll. Everything that you see the Midnight do, and even with as generous as some of my followers are, and I'm so grateful to you guys, every bit helps, especially with the campaign I'm about to start, because I've got to get on this road, and I've got to start being a much larger presence for all of you if we have any chance of saving this country. I started this journey probably, a few years ago. I was going through a transition of my life myself, and I don't know who I was and what I wanted to do and where I belong. And, I just kind of found myself, with a family of Americans that really, truly are concerned and really love this country. I wasn't a Democrat. I wasn't a Republican. I wasn't an independent. I wasn't anything. I wasn't even into politics. I was a voice for children that are being bullied. I was a voice for women in domestic violent relationships, doing everything I can for the only purpose to bring a little relief into somebody's life. And if I could save a child's life along the way, great, we did it. I think to date, we talked down over 140 children from taking their lives due to bullying. That's how I started scouring the internets, looking for children that looked like they were hurting, posting on social media, on Instagram, on Facebook, on TikTok, and all kinds of. It's like, oh my, this kid looks like they're in trouble. Let me reach out to him. And to date, about 140 children we talked down that they said that they were going to take their lives, because of us and our team, they're alive today, and they're thriving, most of them. So, but then we got to politics. And I said, well, let me give this one chance and that one a chance. Let me get to understand what a Democrat is, what a Republican is, and what they stand for. And what I got to tell you, it didn't take long. I did everything I can not to mention Donald Trump's name. I was always in the middle. And everybody said, Midnight, you gotta make a decision. You got to pull the trigger. Which side are you on? You got to pick a side, man. You got to pick a side. And I don't know where it happened, but all of a sudden I'm like, these Democrats, man, they are freaking nuts. And they're miserable, and they're not happy, and they're always talking about making the next moves of what we're going to do, something to disrupt something. Never, hey, you want to go to church or temple on a Sunday? They would rather join an ICE protest, no Kings protest, Delaney Hall. I mean, you guys see me everywhere. Palestinian this, Palestinian that, collecting a paycheck for something they don't even believe in. They just know that if you raise a Palestinian flag, you can go away making $150 for the day. That's why you see the man, I forgot what's his name, a multi-billionaire out of Tennessee. The Department of Justice wants him, and they're going to have him. They're going to indict this guy for sending hundreds of millions, if not billions of dollars to fund these disgusting campaigns. But again, I want to circle back to the biggest threat here in the United States of America. And the reason why he's the biggest threat in the United States of America is because he's got the ear of all the bad people that are listening to him. They believe that this guy is some kind of leader, prophet, a baby Muhammad, and Allah. Zohar Mamdani, 34 years old, born and raised in Uganda. And now he's the mayor of our largest city in the United States of America because you guys didn't show up to vote. You guys didn't show up to put this to a stop. And everyone says, well, where's Donald Trump? How come he's not helping? He told you not to vote for Zohar Mamdani, and he said, if you do, I am not going to help you because you need to learn your lesson and let you suffer through this. And that's what he's done to this point. And Zohar Mamdani will tell you the crime rate, oh my God, look, since I've been there, the crime rate has been down. The crime rate has been down because Donald Trump has deported thousands upon thousands of very, very bad people out of New York City. The crime rate is not down because Zohran Mamdani took care of it. The guy is full of shit. He's a liar every time he speaks. He reminds me of, one day I'm going to be a real boy. My name is Zohran Pinocchio. Every time he speaks, his nose grows longer and larger. And he's now proud to say that he's the poster child. He's been nominated or doctrined the poster child of communism or the poster child of socialism. And he's proud of it. He's so proud of it. In a video I'm going to show you in about a second that he's being interviewed, and they say, well, the Republican Party has now named you as the poster child for communism or socialism or whatever it is. He says, but when the video first comes on, I want you to watch because you see a profile of his face. I'm telling you, he looks like the devil. He looks evil. Watch the side of his face, and you can see there's like an image there of the evilness of this guy. Let's take a look at this asset in this clip of Zohran Mamdani accepting the award for being the poster child for socialism.
Republicans are going to make you the poster child for the Democratic Party.
Let them. We don't have to ask ourselves what life looks like if a socialist wins. I won last November, and over the course of these last 6 months, what we've delivered for working people are the very things we were told were impossible. We've delivered free childcare for 2-year-olds for the first time in New York City history. We've delivered tens of millions of dollars back to tenants who were taken advantage of by bad landlords. We've delivered 165,000 potholes being paved. And we've done all of these things while also delivering the lowest recorded crime in our city's history. That's what it looks like to have democratic socialism. And what you're seeing is that New Yorkers experienced this for 6 months and made the decision that they wanted to see more of it on the national stage as well.
We did. That's all you hear is we did. You did nothing. There's nothing this man has done. Number one, when you talk about the child care, who do you think is paying for it? And by the way, the child care is for government employees. Not everybody in New York City is getting free child care. The government employees, which is like, I don't know, thousands of employees that work for the government, they're getting free child care. And who do you think is paying for it? So there's no free child care. You are paying for it. Now, maybe not the people in New York City, Buffalo, Albany, Syracuse, Rochester, Nassau County, so whatever. All up. Kathy Hochul balanced the budget. He didn't do it. Kathy Hochul gave him $8 or $9 billion. It didn't add one more cop to the force. Not one. Every time he speaks, he lies. The streets aren't safer because Zohran Mamdani. The people don't have all this free child care. Somebody's paying for it. The potholes, well, thank you very much. That's your freaking job. Your job is to fix potholes. This is our hero coming. You're going to say, thank God. Listen to our president's words because this is a very important message. He's been ready for this. He's waiting for this. It is our time. We are going to take this down the pipe. This is your president of the United States of America calling a war on communism. Let's play the last asset.
Zohran Mamdani said in an interview this week that he was open to being the poster child for socialist candidates. Are you worried about more socialist candidates across the United States?
I think it's a big threat to our nation, actually. Because it's not socialism, it's really communism. They use the word social democrat because it sounds so nice, but it's really communism you're talking about. I think it's the biggest threat to our nation there is, maybe since our founding. That includes World War I, World War II, September 11th. It includes the Pearl Harbor attack. I think this is the biggest threat to our nation. People will smile when I say that, but the smart people are going to say, you know, he's probably right. It's basically introducing communism into the United States of America. There's never been anything so dangerous.
Now, I can tell you that they're saying communism, socialism, it's a movement. And it is. It is a movement that they're pushing. But the patriots of the United States of America, is a much bigger movement. And when we decide to make that move, and it's going to happen because nobody is coming to hijack this country on my watch. And I'm going to have every mommy, every daddy, every child, any patriot that is not anti-American is going to side with we the people, with the midnight, and we will be coming down the pipe. That I promise you. And we are going to do everything we can to protect this country, and this country is not going to be hijacked. It's not going to be taken over, and you think your little tiny movement of socialism, because we got the backing of the greatest president of the United States of America that this world, this country, this world has ever seen. Last week, Donald Trump said, I've been waiting for this for a very long time, and it is go time. And when he said it is go time, he's reaching out to every single one of you Americans that have been sitting by the sidelines just waiting for the call to protect and save your homeland. If not for me, if not for you, if not for your husband, you must step up for your children, and you must step up for them now, because this country will be gone and it will not be the same place as we left it in. This is the end of the midnight. This is the end of this show for We the People. Sending so much love to you, your plant families. I'm praying for every single one of you. Midnight. I am out. 1, 2, 3. Woo!
For the patriots of America, we stand tall and free in the America First Warehouse, where our hearts will always be. America First Warehouse, a beacon for all to see, a symbol of hope, a symbol of unity. For the patriots of America, we